Yo, what's up, guys? BG here, and today we're gonna be talking about the big D, aka drugs. I don't know why I said D. Take that back. But pretty much, I'm gonna be telling you guys about how I got offered drugs. This is not a part of the one crazy story because trust me, I got worse stories than this. But this time I got offered to pretty much smoke weed, and yeah. So this happened actually this year, a couple months back, and we had a foreign exchange student, but he just left in like the end of the school year. So, um, I'm gonna, for privacy reasons, I'm just gonna call the guy Jake, and he was a cool guy. He went to my school. He liked playing soccer, but apparently we don't have soccer out here. We also got football, basketball, but we'll call him Jake. And he was like his dad was like Italian, so he was like a mix of like an Italian. Both of his parents. He's from New Jersey, so like yeah, he had his like New Jersey accent sometimes, and he had the New Jersey look. He had like the Italian mafia kind of son look, and he had like kind of like blondish hair, beard. Dude looked like a full grown man, just like jacked and all that. So pretty much, Jake and the foreign exchange student, we'll call him Adrian. The foreign exchange student, we'll call him Adrian. So me, Jake, and Adrian, we're all supposed to go hang out because he just had like texted us. He's like, "Hey, you want to go hang out with Jake?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm down. Let's go hang out." And so Jake comes by, picks up me and Adrian, and we head out. First, he's like, "Oh, we gotta go pick up something at my grandma's place real quick," and we're all like, "All right, that's fine." And so we go to the gas station first to stop off and get like a drink. I got like a Powerade or something. And so we just like head out to his grandma's place, and she lives in the fucking nice neighborhoods. Like she lives in the really nice area where where I live, there's really like I call crappy houses, and then there's like the really nice estates that people live on, like the really nice back areas, back neighborhoods that like no like near the back roads that lead to butt fuck nowhere. And some of the people live in those like nice estates. I almost lived in one, but that's for another time. So we head out to his grandma's house. She's got a really nice big old house, and she had just cashed out on a brand new like 2017 Ford F-150, and I was digging it. I was like, man, this truck's nice. Like I'll make an exception to a truck if it looks really nice. Like probably the only truck I would make an exception to would probably be like a really nice like I don't know GMC truck, like one of those really luxurious trucks. And so she had just cashed out on one. He's like, "Oh, I see you, Grandma. I'm loving it." And so, like, his grandma's out in the garden just planting a bunch of flowers because she's got a green thumb. She loves planting flowers and stuff. And, we go inside, meet his grandpa. His grandpa's super chill, just chilling in, like, his recliner, just laying back, doing nothing. And so we head up to his room, and they got a big house. And, like, we go into his house, and, like, I'm like, man, there's some dope shit in here. Like, they got nice, cool old paintings hanging up. They got, like, a bunch of comics, old classic comics and stuff. And so we go into this dude's room. We go into Jake's room, and this dude's got like a big old setup, and I'm like, dude, what the heck do you do in here? He's like, oh, I just do a bunch of stuff. I film, and all this. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So he opens up this little drawer, like it's broken off, like on his desk. He's got a big like desk and a monitor, and like the drawer to it is broken off, like the front of it is broken. So he just pulls it off, pulls out like a jar of weed. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is that? He's like, oh, it's just some, I don't know what he called it. Some weed. He's like, oh, it's just some weed. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have that? He's like, oh, well, I mean, I smoke. I was like, oh, well, you should have told me that before I ended up, hanging out with you, because I'm not trying to get caught with that and get in trouble, because my mom would kill me, and I don't do that type of stuff. So he's all like, oh, well, this is all I had to pick up. And he like puts it in his backpack because his grandparents don't even know he has it. The only time he's ever allowed to smoke is like, I guess he said with his stepdad or something. Or with his mom, I don't know. His parents don't care though. So like he puts it in his backpack, and we head out. We're like, "Oh, see you later," and goes down, says bye to grandma. So we head out, and then like pretty much, I guess me and Josh were gonna go hang out, and Josh tells me like we drop off Adrian at his host family's house because he's a foreign exchange student, so he lives with like pretty much a family for the first year. So he's all like we drop him off, and then we start heading to our other friend's house who we were gonna go hang out with too. He's like, "Hey, you want to come smoke some weed?" I was like, "No," and Yeah, pretty much. I was like, nah, dude, I'm not about that. I won't do that. My mom's gonna kill me if she find out. She'd smell that stuff on me. He's like, dude, I got Axe. Come on, you should just try it. It's not even that bad. I was like, nah, bro, I'm really not trying to do that. He's like, oh, dude, but I got Axe. Just come on, dude, just try it. He's like, dude, it's not even that bad. Like, we won't get caught. I got like a bunch of different sprays you could spray on. I was like, dude, what would my mom think I was doing if I came home like smelling like a fucking clone, like a Cologne store, as I call Cologne. Like she would know something's up if I came home smelling like a bunch of like a men's store. So like, nah, dude, I'm like, nah, I don't do that. He's like, well, um, he's like, all right, we don't have to. I was like, yeah, he's like, can we just we just gonna go to our friend's house? And he's like, yeah. I was like, dude, so have you tried any? I was like, what other drugs have you done apart from weed? He's like, oh, well, I've tried ecstasy, acid, shrooms. I was like, what the heck? I was like, dude, why are you doing all this? He's like, I don't know. It's like, I started smoking weed, so I just got into other stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, I think the worst I've done is crack, and that stuff really, he's like, that stuff really fucks you up. And I was like, he's like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, one time I had a bad trip, and I freaked the fuck out. I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Why would you do this to yourself? You're pretty much just screwing yourself over. And, I went to go hang out with our friend, did our stuff. He asked our friend if he wanted to go smoke weed. He's like, oh, I'm about to go smoke some weed. You want to go? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'll try it or something. Or he's like, nah, dude, I won't try it. I was like, I'll try it some other time, but not right now. And like, it's just, I was like, nah, dude, I'm not having it. I would not. And so I guess I left early because I was like, nah, I'm not having none of that. You can keep your weed with you. So if you get caught with that, you're kind of screwed. So I was like, all right, well, I'll see you guys later. I, peaced out. And I just walked back home because they live probably I live in kind of a small town. So they live like across town. So I just walked. It was like 20, 15-minute walk. So I just pretty much just walked, home. And yeah, that's pretty much the story about the time I got offered to smoke weed and I turned them down because I'm not, a total retard. But yeah, this is BG from KGG, you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.